actually got a high performance questionnaire that's soon going to go out to all my contacts in the A League, Rugby Union, Rugby League, and of course the AFL, and of course and NBL as well. So all your Australian pro club team based sports, and get a bit of an idea on what are some trends for being a strength and power coach at a pro club, being the having getting your first full time role. Was it more PhD embedment, or was it being an assistant S&C? Also, work out how long people have been in the industry, how long did it take to progress to a rehab coordinator, how long did it take to progress to a strength and power coach, how long did it take to progress to the high performance manager role. For those that are already working at a junior level, maybe you're running an AFLW program and you're an assistant S&C in the men's program, or you're a PhD helping out with sports science, and then you're assistant in the weights program, and you've been doing that for a couple of years, and now you want to go into a rehab role or a strength and power role, get a bit of an idea of what the industry practitioners, how long they typically took before they took that next step in their career. I'll also go into some tips around gaining some experience and how to make the most of those different experiences, that when you work with an injured athlete, it's the best way to really challenge your methods, challenge your coaching style, and ultimately get a framework in place for how you do your drilling all the way through to your strength power progressions to your conditioning work, and how that adjusts to whether it be the pathology or that individual athlete, and what's going to help maximize their time in rehab. So I think couldn't recommend getting into a private clinic, particularly if there's physios that you can work with and work alongside, and to build out the best program. Have that collaborative approach early on in your career that will put you in great stead for working in pro sport. And of course, getting internships and volunteer experience at pro clubs, or just simply spending a day at a club and shadowing those that are in roles that you want to work towards. What's the fastest route, in my opinion, to get your first full time contract? I think it's being embedded into a pro club by doing a PhD. So if you want the fastest route to getting full time experience in pro sport, I believe that's the fastest route. And there's getting more and more opportunities out there now that COVID's irrelevant to get into a pro club. I didn't go the PhD route, but that would be, if you're looking at the fastest way, you're doing your Bachelor of Sports Science now, you're about to finish your Masters, you're like, all right, I need to get full-time experience, I want to get it now. I would look into opportunities to embed yourself at a club, and by completing your PhD. You've got to be qualified, but you've also got to have great advocates that you've worked alongside with, that are going to speak highly of you from how, as a person, what you bring, your values as a coach, and how you program and everything, all the technicalities, but also how you conduct yourself. So references are absolutely critical, which speaks highly to, if you are interning at a club at the moment, make sure that is your number one priority. Make everyone's lives easier for those that you're assisting, whether it be the high performance manager, the sports scientist, the rehab coach, the strength coach. Make all their lives easier by helping out, and build trust and respect with that team, and make sure you give that internship opportunity everything you've got. Not only will you gain great experiences by doing that, you'll build great relationships, but it'll also pay dividends later on. It might not be at that club, but it might be when you go for a role at a future opportunity, and they contact someone from that club, and they say all the good things about you. So networking is really important. The other opportunity, which is the road that I took, is spending about 4 years at semi-professional level until you reach a point where you're now managing a program, whether it be NBL 1, which is the level below, or Div 1 Premier Soccer League. It might be a VAFA league. It might be any of those. NAB league would be obviously a great opportunity. Any of those where you can work your way up to being a high performance manager at a state league level, including VFL, typically will take you about 4 years of experience. So you might have a couple of years working with the development athletes, then a year or two assisting the HBM as a 2IC, where you're leading typically the strength program. You might be helping out with the medical team with rehabilitation. And then on the fourth year, you're now running the program. Once you're running that program at semi-professional level, you're now in the mix to apply for those full-time contracts, which will typically involve managing an AFLW program while assisting the men's program. Some clubs, like at the D's, we've just promoted our high performance manager from 0.7 to full-time, solely to focus on the AFLW program. So you can see how fast the AFLW program is growing from a revenue point of view and support.